Welcome to Life, Death, and the Law, presented by the law firm of Deason, Garner, and Hansen, hosted by attorneys Sean Garner and Adam Hansen.
So we were talking about the social safety net that you feel is necessary for a thriving society. You don't want to see a family out on the street without clothes and shelter. And the question is it better in the hands of individuals with charitable intent that they get to decide what portion of their hard-earned money they contribute to these individuals, or do they turn that power and decision-making authority over to the government to decide how much to take from those who make the income and provide it to those who need it, and how much those who need it actually receive? So that, I guess, is the balancing act. What's the equation there, and is it better left in the hands of private organizations, churches, charities, individuals, or in the hands of the government?
Oh, I think without a doubt, the closer you can bring that to the individual who's giving and the individual who's receiving, the better. The farther apart you have those two, the less connection there is, and you lose all of the emotional value that's involved with that, and all of the, on both sides, the giving and the receiving.
Right, so you and I both pay taxes, and we also contribute to charity. When you contribute to charity, I've contributed to my church, and I feel good about it. But I've also contributed charity to individual families. For example, one time we had a car, and it was my daughter's first car. It was nothing to write home about, $2,000 car. And we could afford an upgrade for her. She had driven it for the first couple of years, kind of got some driving under her belt. There were some nicks and dings in the car as a result. But then there was this family that was really in need of transportation. So we took the car. I didn't ask my daughter. This was the bad dad part of it. But I took the car and I asked the individual, would you like to buy this car? I'll finance it. Tell me how much you can afford. We worked out a deal where they said, yeah, I can afford whatever it was, $100 a month, something like that. And so we put it all together as a contract, and the individual was feeling very grateful that we would come in as a financier and provide the car. So we delivered the car, and when the transaction was done, and because I saw they were willing to take the responsibility and the accountability for paying off that debt, then I could exercise real charity, which is write off the debt, hand over the title, the car was theirs, and it was done. That felt amazing. They cried. I didn't, but because I'm not a crier, but I may have if I was a crier. That felt good, and I think that resonates with what you're saying. The closer you are to the individual, I never feel good paying taxes, and I don't see a lot of people crying for joy and out of gratitude when they are spending their food stamps.
If you have questions or want to know more about something that was discussed today, please call the law firm of Deason, Garner, and Hansen at 928-783-4575 or visit yumaestateplanning.com.